What is going on, everybody? John with ActionFlix.com coming at you with yet another edition of the Action Fix podcast, courtesy of my website, ActionFlix.com. Yes, we are your ultimate destination for your action fix or your ultimate destination for everything action, which is what I used to say. But, I have since changed it because, it's always time to upgrade and do some cool stuff and everything. But I thought I'd go live today. And again, I did not advertise because why would I? That where's the fun in that? So, a couple good trailers came out today. Going to talk about them and plus do some bonus trailers. Biggest thing we got today is we got the new Mel Gibson directed movie Flight Risk from the fine folks at Lionsgate, which stars a very, very unhinged Mark Wahlberg, which I'm digging because normally Mark Wahlberg makes movies where he's super likable. He either does like comedies, or family comedies, or he does action movies where he's the good guy, which is fine. I love myself a good Mark Wahlberg lit action movie. But here, he's definitely not playing the same type of character that he usually does. Plus, he's sporting a little bit of a bald look too, which is kind of nice. I kind of digging it. And of course, it's from Mel Gibson. We all know Mel Gibson. A great Hollywood star. Aside from his issues, you know in the past. But again, a solid director, has delivered Hacksaw Ridge, all kinds of as Passion of the Christ, just a phenomenal director in his own right. Apocalypto. So that's probably like the biggest one that we're gonna check out today. Then there's one called Clear Cut, which is kind of cool. I got the email for this a day ago, and the trailer finally came out. It's got a pretty good cast. It comes from director Brian Skiba. Brian Skiba is a direct to video action guy. He biggest thing he did that I liked that I was digging is The Second, which starred Ryan Phillippe and Casper Van Dien, which was a cool old school style action movie with Ryan Phillippe, doing his shooter thing. He was doing Shooter at the time, the great TV series that I loved that he did. But before we get started, you know what I got to do? That's right. Jock up, shake hands, do a little dancing. I love the dancing. I can't dance, but got to work my stretches. And then, of course, I'll add another one here. I'll get into fighting shape, courtesy of my man Scott Atkins. All right, so let's get into it, shall we? So again, if you're interested in commenting or asking me some questions, feel free to involve yourself as we watch these trailers. Another big thing I had, which recently I put up on the website as well as my YouTube channel, was my episode 1 of Anatomy of Action Design. Yes, something I just created at work the last week. So I had Bren Foster on again, the great, awesome, stupendous Bren Foster, the Australian martial arts powerhouse, action star / now filmmaker, as he's a director, writer, producer, all that good stuff. I interviewed him before Life After Fighting came out. And then I got the chance to interview him again last week. And we did a little anatomy of action design. We went through his fight scenes and we broke it down. He gave me all kinds of behind the scenes goodness of with the action scenes, especially the finale, the phenomenal 40-minute plus, give or take, minus plus minutes finale, which proceeded to have him destroy his very own martial arts school and take on a horde of men in some very awesome style fashion. So I did it, put it up on YouTube. Good old YouTube, because this is on YouTube now. We're live on YouTube and Facebook and X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Good old, they got dinged for copyright. It's like we're talking over it. There's no sound, but yeah, people are like, you're going again. It's commentary. So I fought it. So first, what I did when I was fighting it, I embedded the video in my article on ActionFlix, and I shared it that way. I'm like, you know what? If you're gonna block me, that's fine. I won't even put it on YouTube. I'll embed it into the website and promote it that way and show it off, and so to get it out there. But I disputed it and I won, and they let it go because I said this is like for commentary purposes, and stuff. They did this great thing that I copy and pasted that Fat Samurai guy Preston Downing gave me a while ago, because he has had problems doing that type of stuff in the past. So he gave me something to fight with, and I won. So it's up on YouTube now. So I was able to put it up on YouTube and get it going, and so the good guy won. Yay! It's like, so it just cracks me up. Like YouTube, like I'll never understand YouTube for the life of me. It's a necessary evil that I do this. I mean, I love doing the podcast. Don't get me wrong. I love talking about action movies and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, it's like people share trailers and scenes from action movie or any type of scene. It doesn't have to be an action movie. It could be in a drama, a comedy, or whatever. They're posting all this crap, and it's like, why can't I do a podcast where I break down action scenes with the star and the filmmaker of it? It's like, what are you gonna do? You know what? I won, and that's the only thing that counts. All right, we got some good stuff coming in. We got Mr. Wolverine himself, who always decides to join me. He says he went to add clear cut to my IMDb watch list, but was unsuccessful. Turns out IMDb still has it under cold deck. Yes, I did. Yeah, I checked it out on IMDb too, and it says prior title was clear cut. I'm like, no, that's the name of it. That's what they sent me on the email. So it's like, it's clear cut. It's not cold deck. Yes. So it was, I think IMDb just screwed up and like switched it or whatever. So who really cares? Yeah, so it's called Clear Cut. So look it up. It's a guy, Clive Standen, Alec Baldwin, who I think is interesting. Like, he's in a movie, because we all know Alec Baldwin's having his issues with the Rush tragedy. I won't go into the specifics because we've already talked about that in the past. But he's still a good actor. I mean, he's just a guy put in an unfortunate circumstance. God forbid. And yeah, so. But he's in the movie, as well as Tom Welling. We all know Tom Welling from Smallville, Superman. Hasn't really done a lot besides Smallville. He has done some movies here and there. He was in a TV series called The Professionals, and it was supposed to come out on the CW, but never did. It was released internationally, and you can check it out. Just look at you can find episodes for it, and the YouTube copyright, yeah, it's crap. Yeah, exactly. It's like, come on. It's like, why are you trying to bring the little man down? I'm just a little guy, It's like, so. Oh, and he's also a Tom Welling fan. There you go, Tom Welling. I love Tom Welling. I mean, he's a great guy. I'd love to interview him someday. I watched all of Smallville from the beginning to end. Now, the whole Superman thing, not wanting to wear the outfit and stuff like that, and how they did the ending. I still thought the ending was cool. They did what they could with it, and it was So yeah. So okay, so Wolverine says it's on the CW. Okay, I didn't know it was on the CW. I mean, I missed it. I don't have regular television, so I mean, I guess they did put it on the CW. Now it's on Prime. I don't have Prime because I don't have money coming out my butt, so I can't afford all these streaming services. So yeah. So, but anyway, I guess I'll try to check it out. I mean, it's not like, if I have time, I could really care less about it right now because it's been so long. So who really cares? But let's get into some trailers. All right. So we got, yes, Clear Cut. This is the article that I just did. And then, of course, we have Flight Risk starring Mark Wahlberg, directed by Mel Gibson. There's a couple other bonus trailers I'm going to check out too. We got some Street Fighter news. I'll do some weekly intel. The directors, they lost the directors, but they still announced the release date with. And then we had The Union, also with Mark so it's Mark Wahlberg week, with Halle Berry, which is another Netflix action movie, take it or leave it. Oh yeah, and then this is good news. Snatchback, starring the stars of Prison Break, Wentworth Miller and Dominic Purcell. That's exciting. So I was kind of excited to share that. So yeah, so good times. So let's get into the first one, and I'm gonna make the screen really small because I was told that if I do that, then you won't have as much of an issue. But who knows? I don't really care anymore. I mean, take it down, don't take it down. Like, who cares? Anyway, here we go. All right, so we're gonna watch Flight Risk first. Now, here's the thing: I have seen the trailers for Clear Cut and all the others that I have seen. I have not watched the trailer for Flight Risk because it was released this afternoon when I was at work. I did the article real fast when I was on my lunch. I only get a half an hour. So I was like, and I put it up, just to get it out there. But I have not watched this one. So I am watching this one for the very first time. So super excited for it. Let me just get the right screen. There we go. All right, look at it. Yeah, so nice tiny screen. All right, so we're gonna watch this trailer, and I'm sure you've all seen it already. I have not. Like I said, I got home. I did the Clear Cut article. I watched it when I was doing it, and all the other trailers I've seen. There's also SEAL Team, the last season of SEAL Team. Damn it! I was hoping like SWAT, like where the SWAT was getting was going off into the sunset. Then they were like, oh, wait a second. No, we're just kidding. 22 more episodes are coming next year. I was kind of hoping that they'd be like, oh, just kidding. SEAL Team's coming back too. But no, it's not. It's on the poster, final season. It's on the trailer, final season. It's like, damn it, because it's my favorite show. I mean, it's that, and like in SWAT's like right underneath it right now, which is a bummer. But what are you gonna do? I mean, it is what it is. But hey, I hope they go out with a bang. And, Clay died last year. I hope they don't kill anybody else because they can't handle it. And we've already had enough deaths on the show. Full Metal. I mean, it's like, I can't. Don't kill anybody else. Just have everybody like survive and just go off and ride off into the sunset and do whatever you're doing. All right, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's check out the trailer for Flight Risk first, starring the great Mark Wahlberg. Topher Grace, love him too. He's always fun. So yeah, here we go.
I never flew U.S. Marshal before. Hope you like flying. Beautiful day for it.
I haven't had a problem yet.
Deputy Harris, hope you like flying. Beautiful day for it. I never flew U.S. Marshal before. Why is he all chained up?
I have to get him to New York so he can testify against the Moretti crime family.
Okay, hey, you're the boss.
I can't seem to face up to the facts. I'm dancing, nervous, and I can't relax.
Is it always this bumpy?
No, a number of passengers have left their lunch up here. I can open a snack bar.
Can't sleep, cause my bed's on fire.
Your neck okay? You got a scratch there.
Maintenance. Occupational hazard.
Don't touch
Love the accent. Oh, he's bleeding too. Oops, something's wrong.
I'm real life.
What could go wrong? Everything.
Psycho killer.
Love this song.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Moretti's very disappointed in you, Winston, and he wants you dead.
Don't
shoot him, we need him!
Mayday, mayday. We've been compromised. The pilot's a hitman.
I want to tear you apart. The tiny little pieces, they're gonna need the entire forensics team to identify you.
Tell me how to fly this thing, or we will die out here.
Clearly, you're mistaking me for somebody who actually gives a...
You hear that? Looks military.
You think he's there to help? He's there to shoot you down.
Love the prosthetics.
Come on, damn it!
Pull it up! Y'all need a pilot?
Psycho killer. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Okay, so there you go. Yeah. Okay, so again, plot wise, nothing spectacular. Like, it's probably gonna have the scene at the end where she's trying to land it and somebody's trying to talk her through it, like we've seen a million times in the past. But like I said, I'm digging it because like Mark Wahlberg is playing the psycho. Love the prosthetic, like the no hair, gotta love it. I mean, I've been shaving since I'm 18. I've had a receding hairline since I was 19, 20, ish. So I've been shaving ever since. I could care less about not having hair. I don't even remember what it was like to have hair. I don't care. I wake up and I take a shower, and there you go. So yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to cure cancer. It just looks like a typical in-ear thriller. Kind of interesting because it's a smaller plane. Normally it's like an airliner type of thing, and you have more room, so that's kind of interesting. So I'm digging that part. And again, like I said, Mel Gibson is a great director. So yeah, so super excited to see what he brings to it and everything. I mean, again, the trailer, here's the thing. I think they should have given it away that he's the bad guy. I think it should have been like a reveal, like a surprise. They should have did like just some kind of obscure trailer and not give everything away. It's like, because now it's like, oh, it's like, now he's crazy. I mean, it's on the poster, it's in the trailer, it was in the synopsis, before it even came out, with it premiering at CinemaCon. So it, like, what are you gonna do? I mean, like I said, it doesn't cure cancer. I mean, it's just a movie. What are you gonna do? So that's Flight Risk with Mark Wahlberg, directed by the great Mel Gibson. Now, this one, actually, I'm more excited for this one if you think about it. This is called Clear Cut. This comes from Brian Skiba, which I have interviewed in the past. He did the pretty cool throwback old school style actioner, The Second, which starred Ryan Phillippe and Casper Van Dien as the bad guy. Had some great action. It had the Die Hard style vibe going. But Phillippe, I think is one of those that he hasn't done a lot recently in terms of action, but he was doing Shooter at the same time, the series Shooter. So he was doing his Spec Up thing there. And then he did that movie. So yeah, so now we got Clear Cut, which stars Clive Standen. And again, plot wise, it's typical. And then here's my article for it. Let me blow it up here real quick for you. There you go. And then when I do the trailer, I'll make sure that here's the poster for it. You got Alec Baldwin, Stephen Dorff. And again, Stephen Dorff plays the bad guy. Surprise. What a shock. So Tom Welling, though, playing against character, he looks like he's a bad guy as he's fighting Clive Standen in it. It's got Lachlan Monroe, who's one of those character actors that's always in these direct-to-video action movies. Plays a lot of cops, plays a lot of good guys, but here, he's playing looking like a wicked, like meth guy. So yeah, so that's kind of exciting. Kind of cool vibe going there. So let's go through this. So the synopsis. There's the picture of Welling fighting Clive. It says every moment is filled with danger for a man cutting timber in the Pacific Northwest, but Jack becomes the target of a brutal assault from more than the elements in this action-packed thriller. As Jack ventures deeper into the woods, he crosses paths with a criminal band of madmen from his past, intent on killing him before he can fight his way back to civilization. Academy Award nominee Alec Baldwin, Stephen Dorff, and Tom Welling star in this electrifying drama about one man's treacherous journey on the road to redemption. So again, this is one of those movies where he's got a past and it comes back to bite him in the ass. What a shock. So again, so in terms of again, I'll get the thing everybody say, oh, the plot's yes, the plot is standard. I mean, and nowadays it's like that's what you're going to get with your action movies. But Clive Standen's pretty solid. I mean, he obviously he was in Vikings. And then of course he did the Taken series. He took over for Liam Neeson in the Taken series, which was pretty good. I would have liked to have seen it go longer. It had more to do and got cut short. But he was in Boudica, Queen of War, which was Jesse V. Johnson's pretty solid sword clanging, epic, starring Olga Kurylenko, which was pretty cool. So he went back to his Vikings vibe in there. So yeah, he was in Vendetta, another revenge style thriller that had a lot of good violence and action in it. So yeah, so let's check out this one now. And like I said, this one's I'm a little bit more excited for. I mean, not that Flight Risk, I don't think it'll probably be a decent movie. But this one, in terms of, again, we're talking old school, practical effects, and like stunt men doing their thing in the outdoors, and so it's like it's the 80s all over again, and I'm all for it. Let's check it out.
Logging is the deadliest profession in the world. You sure you want to get into this line of work?
I don't.
One more time and give it all you got. It sounds perfect. Ready to work? I had a greenhorn like he was before. Couldn't make it through his first day without.
I mean, like I said, Alec Baldwin's having his troubles, but still a great actor. Always good to see on screen. Unfortunate what happened.
Get down, sweetheart!
Again, I'm a dad, so I hate seeing stuff like this. It's like, I don't know, parents' worst nightmare.
So who's this?
Jack.
Well, Jack, welcome to the woods. Just make sure you don't wander too far off the cut. What about the cut?
He's on schedule.
So I'll see you next week.
Leave it. Make sure he's done first. He's got some nut job.
Yeah, see, there's Lachlan Monroe looking super crazy.
Hey! Hey! He took the money!
Okay, so it's not all
Something
practical.
burning your
You know,
nose, Gulch.
whatever.
Mind telling me what happened here?
Your response.
Oh, you got
There's
Jesse
not a chance
Metcalf,
in
who's
hell
been
this
doing a
guy
lot
will
of
make it through the
direct-to-video
night.
action, but he's been playing the good guy, so he's a bad guy here too. Yeah. Throw him around.
That DEA snitch cost me millions. I put a hit on you. You're in the wilderness out here.
Like that. I love a good knife fight.
Get lost in nature. You could possibly die. Things happen out here fast. What they do, people die.
So July 19th. So, pretty much almost, it's the end of June already. So not too far away. Let's see. We got Wolverine's been commenting like 8,000 times since I've been watching. So hang on, I'm trying to get to all of. So he just said he says I jumped when I saw Welling. Yeah, I think Welling should be more of an action star. And yes, I know I do know about the movie he did that was called Deep Six, but now called Mafia Wars. Actually, the director contacted me about doing an interview about it, but it hasn't happened yet. I mean, the movie hasn't even been released or anything. So yeah, but I think Welling should be an action star. He's got that. He's gotten bigger. Since his Smallville days. He's got that big burly physique going. He's got the looks. He's got the charisma. I like him as an actor. So yeah, so let's put him in some more action movies. So going back to Flight Risk, he says I call that hairstyle the Picard. Yeah. I just want to know, what was their did they do it just to be like, okay, Mark, you're not only you're gonna go against character, but we're gonna make you wear a prosthetic and lose your hair. It was probably his idea. He was probably like, let's go all in, type of thing. Oh god. I mean, just seeing him with it, when you see his hat off, it's like, oh, because you're seeing Mark with the good hair and everything. He's always got because he looks good for his age. It's like pretty solid. And it's just like I said, I just want to see it for the simple fact that it looks like a fun role for him. And but we all know that, like I said, this is Mark Wahlberg week because he's also got The Union coming out. Okay, now we all know it's a Netflix movie. Oh, So yeah, so it's with Halle Berry. Okay, I saw this trailer when it came out the other day, and it looks good. I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to cure cancer, which is what I always say. It's a movie. It's on Netflix. It's got Halle Berry and Mark Wahlberg. They play high school sweethearts that have since departed, and she comes back into his life, but she's this big time spy, and she whisks him off on this adventure, and it's like all hunky dory and everything. I said it looks like Ghosted, which starred Chris Evans and Anna de Armas. I was like, it's kind of like that because she's like this big time assassin, and she gets Chris Evans mixed up in all this. So it's kind of like that vibe going on. It is what it is. I mean, like I said, it's Netflix. I'm not okay. I did my review for Trigger Warning, and I was disappointed in it. Boy, was I disappointed. Because I was expecting more. I was just expecting more, and the finale was a letdown in terms of the action and everything. Jessica Alba did good. I mean, she did good in the action scenes and everything, but it was just forgettable at the end of the day. I mean, and I said this in my review and my subsequent articles. If the movie doesn't have Extraction in the title, it's like you're gonna forget about it. So will the Union go in this route? Yeah, probably. But let's watch this one and see Mark Wahlberg looking normal with his. He looks like Mark Wahlberg in this movie, and he's playing the good guy. So let's check this one out.
Hi, I'm Mikey.
Roxanne Hall. How often is it that you run into your high school sweetheart after 25 long years?
2 shots, please.
You can handle your liquor now?
I can always handle my liquor.
I don't know. I got a vomit-stained tuxedo that says different, but
Wait,
hey.
you still got your tuxedo from high school?
Yeah,
Really?
and it still fits.
Witty banner, looking good, mystery-wise.
You have an ulterior motive for bringing you here.
You trying to whisk me away with you, huh?
Something like that.
I should be so lucky. I'm single now. Really. Have an old school sweetheart come back and look good.
Welcome to London, Mikey.
Rox, what the hell? Where did Jersey go?
Minus this. I don't want to go
Hell of a
off
wake-up call, huh,
and get
Mike?
shot at.
I'm Roxanne's boss. You drive.
J.K. Simmons.
Somebody needs to tell me what the hell is going on.
Stupendous movies that he does.
First
I
time
know
in
he's in
London,
Red One,
First time
another
out of the
trailer that came
tri-state
out
area.
against Santa Claus.
Mike. 2 nights ago, a list containing the identities of
Mike
every
Colton,
U.S. spy
Coulter,
was stolen.
Cage.
And to get it back, we need
Another
someone
fine
who is
choice.
not on that
He
list.
needs to be
We
a
need a nobody.
leading
A nobody
more
I
action.
can trust.
He's got that
So
one.
you guys like the FBI or
that I
something?
have to check out.
We work for the Union.
We're looking for street smarts over book smarts.
Ow.
Reflex bad.
And we get shit done.
What he said. Reflex. Still bad.
Huh?
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
All right. Yeah, he's dead. How dangerous is it going to be?
Piece of cake. I mean, unless it isn't.
Does this remind you of something?
8th grade, Janet's closet.
That's the one.
Mike, get back in the car, Mike! I'm glad it's you and me. And I'm really glad I walked back into that bar.
You're welcome.
Roxanne Hall?
Ma, how do you know that?
I always liked her for you. What is she up to?
Should have seen her in high school.
Okay, so again, what can I say? It looks forgettable. I mean, it looks fun. It looks like Halle Berry and Mark Wahlberg having chemistry and yeah. I don't know. See, sometimes I lose my like what to say because I'm just like, I mean, yeah, it looks fine. It looks okay. It doesn't look great. I mean, it's not like, you're gonna be watch this movie and be like, wow, yes, that was Rorschach. Yep, yeah, Jackie Earl Haley. Yep, that was exactly. Yep, another fine actor in his whole right. Um, yeah. So what are you gonna do? I mean, it's like. What do I say? I'm like, I'll probably like it, but at the end of the day, like if it came out on Blu-ray, I'd probably be like, yeah, I don't want it. It's like type of thing. And it's just a movie you'll watch once, you'd be like, yeah, that was a good movie, or that was okay movie, and I call it a day. Mr. Wolverine gave Trigger a 5 out of 10. We think alike. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5, so it's the same thing, half and half. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it wasn't bad. It wasn't, Anthony Michael Hall, I love him, but he was underwritten. The Ghost, the domestic terrorist, he was underwritten. He was just supposed to be this badass, and like their fight scene was like 2 seconds long, and she totally decimated him, which was fine. But again, and the real bad guy turned out to be the sheriff. Her former lover. Who cares? It's like, and then he blows himself up at the end with a grenade. God, oh, spoiler alert. Sorry if you haven't seen the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, yeah, who cares? You're probably not going to watch it anyways. So it's like, what are you going to do? The Union. It's a Netflix movie. Okay, so let's go on. I got some other goodies here for you. Flight Risk and the Clear Cut were the big ones I was doing, but I figured I'd throw some more in there just because, it's me and I can do whatever I want, and we'll see if Netflix or not Netflix, but YouTube kicks me off. Hang on a second, I gotta plug my laptop in, or it's gonna die. I usually do this before I start recording. And it just reminded me, so I don't want to get cut off in the middle of my stream. There we go. I'm all good now. All right, so we got Bittersweet. I hate to see the title. It's so sad. It's just, it's the final season of SEAL Team. What are you gonna do? Like I said, I hope there was like an 11th hour like thing like SWAT, and they're gonna be like, oh, we'll do one more just for the hell of it, just for you, type of thing. But no, it's there in the poster. I'm just so pissed off. I don't want it to end. It's such a good show. It's my favorite show. Like, see, there it is. The final season. Yep, it's in writing. I love this poster, by the way. I'd hang this on my wall. They've always had good, like, they've always had these, for each season with them sitting in a Jeep or standing or, doing the macho thing. It's like theatrical. I mean, this was a TV show. I mean, we all know when it went to Paramount Plus, it was bigger and badder, and they said the F word all the time, but or they say the F word all the time. But I love the posters, man. It's like that is some kick-ass looking imagery right there, people. So okay, a couple more. Mr. Wolverine says I had a little trouble telling the friend and the sheriff apart. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she had her friend Mickey. What's his name? Mickey? I forget. Yeah. They both had beards, and it's like, who am I looking at? And he was the dope dealer, the marijuana grower that helps her out. And he was kind of funny sometimes. And he says Jessica Alba's friend and Trigger was the star of The Night Agent, which was a highlight. Oh, I did not know that. Okay, I haven't seen The Night Agent. Contrary to popular opinion, I have a life and I have to work and I have family and stuff like that, so I don't get to watch like countless hours of television. It's hard enough to watch movies, and that's the thing. Like movies, it's like I'm always watching movies to review them. I just want to watch movies. There's going to come a day where I don't want to do this anymore, and I just want to watch movies just to watch movies and just to be entertained and have a good time like I used to. But now it's like a job, and I don't even get that paid. I don't get paid that much for it. All right, but here we go. SEAL Team final season. Yada 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 yada. So the synopsis has SEAL Team stars David Boreanaz as Jason Hayes, the leader of Bravo Team, alongside Neil Brown Jr., AJ Buckley, Tony Trucks, Rafi Barzomorian, sorry if I butchered her name, and Bo Knapp. The series follows the lives of the Navy SEALs, most lead units as they execute dangerous high-stakes operations to defend their country at a deeply personal cost. In the final season, once again, tear rolling down my cheek. Jason Hayes struggles to balance his warrior's existence with the responsibilities of single fatherhood. Ray Perry Brown Jr. His Struts' second in command questions whether he will be able to leave the battlefield behind after his retirement, as his retirement nears. Dedicated door kicker Sonny Quinn, played by best character ever, played by AJ Buckley, battles against changing tides as Jason and Ray's shifting focus means that other teammates must shoulder more responsibility. Both Omar Hamza and Drew Franklin find diving into work and effective way to distance themselves from their past dramas. Vital to mission success is Lieutenant Lisa Davis, played by the great Tony Trucks. She's easy to look at, and she's a great actress. A no-nonsense officer who ushers the team into a new era of warfare against powerful rivals for supremacy on the world stage. Ripped away from their loved ones at a moment's notice to be deployed across the globe, Bravo team remains dedicated to their duties even in the face of overwhelming odds. They know this is the price to keep the family's life safe behind, or the families they leave behind safe. Oh God, I just don't want it to end. I don't. SEAL Team. Okay, I say that I don't have a lot of time to watch television, but I've seen aside from the last season, I have not watched again. I've only seen season 6 once, but seasons 1 through 5 I've watched twice already. Obviously, the first time when it came through, and then I went through and watched it again because I love it that much. Like I said, I'm going to miss it. So let's check out the trailer for SEAL Team Season 7, which again, alas, is the last season. Did I say that already? Yeah, I did. So anyway, why am I so big all of a sudden? Like I just grew. Like I didn't. Did I hit something? Nope, I'm still big. I don't know why. Okay, well, here we go. Just look at my big face as I watch the trailer for this.
I was once like you, kid. Dying to get in the fight. I evolved. So did the violence.
It's just the music.
Not only the violence I endured, but the violence I inflicted.
We all know the ending of season 6 had him confessing
Bravo
to his
can't live
higher
with
ups
that.
about his problems,
Otherwise, line up.
and then all of his buddies came in. That was a great scene,
this
by the
guy.
way.
We're gonna make
How they
friends.
all came into
You're a
support.
bunch of problem kids command is putting on a shelf.
You're all here for an assignment.
Operations like this are the next era of warfare. Invisible tactics with global consequences. Evolve or fall behind.
It's a new era of warfare. Welcome to the jungle, boys. You can lose your life, your marriage, everything you have back here.
I have to look out for my guys. Until the end.
So long as we stand shoulder to shoulder. I know this group of brothers. We can get out of anything.
You're itching to run back into the fire. Why?
The fire is where I belong.
One last ride with Bravo before it's all over.
Fire in the hole! May not always be teammates, but we're always going to be brothers. We're here for that.
Yep. What can I say? Like I said, cinematic experience every time you watched it. The battle sequences, like the military scenes, nothing short of spectacular. The acting all around phenomenal. Clay dying at the end of last season, or during last season, was heartbreaking. Like how he went out. A lot of people hated how he went out, but that's life. That's what they were trying to show you. Like he was this badass elite operator, then he lost his leg, and then unfortunately, he dies the way he did, trying to help somebody, and then it sucks. And life sucks sometimes. And that's what I love about this show, because they keep it real. It's not, would I, if he was gonna die, because we all know he does Fire Country now, so he left to go do his own show, Fire Country. But would I have loved to see him go down in a blaze of glory? Yeah, of course, but it's life, and it sucks, and it's bad, and it's ugly. God knows I know. So yeah, so I'm just, like I said, bittersweet. totally bittersweet with that. Why am I so big right now? Like I feel like I think my camera just extended like big time, but that's fine. Whatever. Here's my big face. What are you gonna do? So yeah, so let's talk about some other things. So let's do that. I got some weekly intel for you. Might as well get this out of the way too, since since I'm here. I was thinking about doing another one, but then I was like, nah, nope, I don't want to. That's the only thing I don't like about my website too. By the way, you gotta scroll down and keep scrolling, and then finally it starts up again. It's like I hate that, but what are you gonna do? All right, so we got Snatch back, which again, the stars of Prison Break are reuniting. Reuniting Wentworth Miller and Dominic Purcell, who I loved in Prison Break. Watched that show relentlessly, and then of course they were on the CW's The Flash, and it negates me. What was it called? Legends of Tomorrow. Sorry, yes, yes. So they hooked up again on that show. Of course, you had Captain Cold and Heatwave. Purcell was Heatwave, and Wentworth Miller was Captain Cold. They did great on that show. But Snatchback sounds awesome. So I was just talking about how I need a new show. Like SEAL Team's ending, then SWAT's going to be over next year. It's still coming back for one more season, but then after that, it's over with. I need a new show. Is Snatchback going to be it? Because it sounds pretty cool. So it says, inspired by the life of a real covert intelligence officer who is still active in the field today. The series follows a highly skilled, privately contracted team of operatives as they recover hostages across the globe from some of the most exotic and equally dangerous locations on the planet. Doesn't that sound? Yeah, it's right up my alley. It's like I can't wait, So again, it was just announced, so we got to wait for it. So we got that cooking up. So Snatchback might deliver what I need from as SEAL Team is ending, because we all know SEAL Team took over for Strike Back when Strike Back was over. Yes, and how can I forget about this? Nobody 2. We didn't even know if we were going to get a sequel to it for some time, but then it was revealed that shooting is going to start this summer. And The Night Comes For Us, Timo Tahanto is going to direct it. He did The Night Comes For Us, which is another Netflix movie, which is actually pretty kick-ass. So, he's another action movie on Netflix besides Extraction that does not have Extraction in the title. Stars Iko Uwais and Joe Taslim. Was phenomenal, bloody, violent, like horror movie violent. The action was phenomenal. So he's going to direct Bob Odenkirk in Nobody 2. And that's all we know. That's it. There's no plot. There's nothing else. All we know is that that's going to happen. So that's pretty cool. So that's all I got to say on that one. That's it. Nothing else. He's directing it. They're making it. And we have to wait. There you go. Street Fighter, Legendary Pictures and Sony have been cooking up another adaptation of Street Fighter. We all know that Street Fighter has not been live action cinema has not been kind to the Street Fighter series. You had the tongue in cheek one with Jean-Claude Van Damme and the late great Raul Julia, who acted the shit out of his role as Colonel M. Bison. Oh, he was so great in it. And we all know he did the movie because his children were fans of Street Fighter and he was dying and he wanted to give that to them before he died. Oh, such a great story. But he was phenomenal in it. And Jean-Claude Van Damme was Jean-Claude Van Damme. He was on drugs at the time and cheating on his wife and all kinds of good stuff. But yeah, they lost the directors a little while ago. I didn't do the article when they lost. Talk to me, sibling co-directors Danny and Michael Filippo. They departed due to scheduling conflicts. They released the logo for the movie, which is old school Street Fighter game vibe logo. But yeah, they lost the directors, but yet Sony and Legendary Pictures are like, hey, you know what? It's coming out in 2026. So they dated it for, let me find it in my article. Hang on. Looking March 20th of 2026. So again, we have a couple years to go on this one. What are you going to do? So now they got to find a director and of course the casts. And then I wrote this. Sometimes if you notice, like sometimes if I write multiple articles about the same thing, I kind of use like what I've written before, because why write something different when it's just as good? So I put this in here for my last article. It says there is no other info on the film that isn't developed, but we can only hope that fans will finally get a faithful movie worthy of the Street Fighter name. Here's an idea for those that are developing the movie: cast the right people in the beloved roles, stay true to the story, and above all, respect the action set pieces and action design while hiring a fight coordinator that is worthy. Oh, and probably realize that you need to hire a stunt professional to help, seeing that as that trend is gold right now. Just saying. That's all I got to say on it. Yeah, how do you make a good Street Fighter movie? Well, hire the right people and get the right cast and do justice to it, and don't like the Legend of Chun Li. Oh my God, that what a shit show that was. Oh my God, I don't even know what the um, whew, God, I should do a show on that just because we should do like um, holy cow, what are you gonna do? I mean. Yeah. Wolverine. For you, the day I came to your village, it was the most important day of your life. For me, it was Tuesday. What a great line. Is that from Street Fighter? That was Rob Julia as M. Bison. That's what he says. And for me, it was Tuesday. That was the best line ever. Oh my God. He acted the shit out of the movie. Oh my God. And he delivered that line so, boom. It was he was so serious when he said it. He was like, "What's the most important day of your life?" For me, it was just another day. It's like I killed some people. Oh, so good, so good. What are you gonna do? Yeah. So that happened. So we got a street date or a launch date for theatrical release, but then they need to hire a director. It's like, all right, so that's what I got. So I'm gonna get rid of that, and I'm gonna be huge again. But what are you gonna do? Look, you got Schwarzenegger in the back rank. You really see him now. So good things. Flight Risk looks good. Doesn't look like the greatest movie ever. I mean, again, you already know probably what happens in the movie because you watched the trailer. The Union, again, another Netflix movie with some big name stars that'll probably be good enough to watch, but then you forget about it later on and be like, oh yeah, there's that movie that I watched a while ago. I totally forgot about it. Maybe you'll want to watch again and see if you liked it more than you did the first time, or maybe you'll hate it worse than you did the last time. Then you got SEAL Team last season. Oh my, I can't. Heart tugging. I don't want it to end, but you know what? It's going to end because that's what happens. Not all good things must come to an end. Yeah, that's what they always say. All right, so again, thank you, Wolverine, for popping up and chiming in. And thank you for the professionals update. I mean, I will check that out. Like I said, I did not know that it did come to the CW. Like I said, I haven't been watching network TV, and I stream everything. So yeah. He also says Street Fighter was a bad movie, but it sure had good lines. Mortal Kombat was better. Yeah, you know what? Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat, it was good. I mean, but it was video game fighting. It was just like, the fight choreography and everything. Watching it now, I still enjoy it, but you can see that, I like the new one because they put the graphic violence in it. They made it like the video game, and of course, yeah, we all know there wasn't a tournament in it, and Johnny Cage was missing, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. So yep, there you go. So I am done. Trailer talk. Yeah, we watched some trailers and talked about some news, and there you go. All right. So he says Professor is not on the CW app anymore, to my knowledge. Okay. All right. I don't watch the CW app. I don't because I tried watching the CW app a while ago, like a long time ago, and it was just horrible with the commercials. Like, I don't mind commercial because I watch Tubi, and like those commercial interruptions aren't bad, but I remember the CW just being a shit show, and I stopped watching it. So I mean, I'll check it. I'll try to find it. If I find it, great. If I don't really care at the end of the day. I mean, my life will go on. So I don't want to sound so negative or anything, but it's like it's just a TV show that nobody knows about. If I go on the street and say, "Hey, do you remember the Professionals with Tom Welling?" Everybody's gonna be like, "What?" It's like because no, nobody's gonna know this unless you're a diehard action fan like we are. So yeah. So again, check out my website. I did an interview yesterday. I will announce it when I can. I have to wait until the movie, the week of release for the movie. It's the director of the movie. Great guy, nice guy, super nice guy. Had a fun talk with him for about 15, 16 minutes. So yeah, so I did that yesterday. So I'm going to be making that up and then putting it out. I think it's around July 15th. They said the embargo will lift for that. And I will announce that when I am good and ready. Still trying to hook up some more interviews. I'm trying to do some fun stuff. And like I said, I just wanted to do a show today and wonder why my face blew up on StreamYard. I really don't know. Did I do something? Nope, that doesn't do anything. How about this? How about this? Nope, doesn't do anything. So for some reason, my camera just blew up. So whatever. So let's, here's my face. Isn't it gorgeous? It just looks wonderful. All right, so again, if you want ideas, Anatomy of Action Design, it's up now with Brent Foster. Ooh, let me. Okay, before I go, let's check that out. Yes, because why not? Because it's fun. Yeah, so like I said, I thought of this because I had Brent Foster coming back on the show, and I had this thing where I said, "Hey Brent, let's review your movie with you," because I've never reviewed a movie with talking to the star or the filmmaker, which he's both on this one. And again, one of the best movies of 2024 in terms of action, martial arts. I mean, oh my God, it's I gave it a 5 out of 5, and of course I've taken heat for it. John, how can you give it a 5 out of 5? I'm like, it's not perfect. I'm not saying it's perfect. I give ratings to how much I enjoyed it and how much I think other people enjoy it. And I think you will enjoy this movie because it's badass and it's got heart and it's got great characters and great acting. And for him directing his first movie, he did a phenomenal fucking job on it. So, yeah, that's why. I mean, it's not because I know him. It's not because we know each other and we're friends and stuff like that. Because I took that hit too. It's like, oh, Brent Foster. Da, 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 da. No, I told him on this episode. You'll see it. If I thought the movie sucked, I would have told you. He was like, "Yep, I know you would have." So it's like, so try again, people. But yeah, let's go into this and show you just. Like I said, I had him coming onto the show, right? I had him coming onto the show, and I was like, okay. And then I'm at work. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, it just came to me. I mean, like Anatomy of Action Design. I was like, let's do another part of the Action Fix podcast because I do the weekly intel, I do trailer talk, I do Center of the Ring. We've only done one so far, but like I said, life happens. It's coming. I'll do another one, and I'll do more in the future. But like I said, it's when I have time. But then I was like, let's do another facet of the Action Fix podcast, the Anatomy of Action Design, where we go over our favorite fight scenes. It doesn't necessarily have to be a martial arts scene. It could be like a firefight or from a movie or something. Just an action sequence. But it's going to be tailor made for martial arts, and fisticuffs type of thing. Where I'm going to try, when I get the fight sequences that I want to talk about, to get the actor or whoever that did it or, to talk about it. But if not, I'll either do it myself or, I'll get some cohorts to do it with me. But just break down fight scenes and talk about what makes these scenes so great. And Bren was all in, talked to me for 2 hours. What we did first was we talked about the movie. We talked about the cast, each and every one of them, and what a phenomenal job they did. I talked with him about the opening of the movie. It came out. How was it when it came out? And he was talking about because they did theaters down in Australia. They did premieres, and I was like, oh, that would have been great to have seen this on the big screen up here. Of course, we didn't get it in the States anywhere near me. But yeah, so we talked about that, and then of course we did the fight scenes and we broke everything down. And especially the finale. So let's I'm gonna go through this and I'm gonna fast forward a little bit.
And he's phenomenal, and he's a key member of the stunt team.
And that's where he falls on his knife. Now, also, let me rewind this a little bit.
And that is not him, the person who lifts up the mask.
Well, yeah, but exactly. But so what I love about that fight is because one, the intricacy of it. Because again, there's nothing extreme. It's like this is like one of the hardest choreographed fights, I would think, because of the techniques and the hands, and that's what I love. I mean, I love a good flashy kick, but this is what gets my blood pumping. It's like this type of stuff.
we got a lot of like the Filipino martial arts and the knife stuff here too. Like you could
I
see
trained in
that
that too, and I loved like the takeaways and how you disarm them, and the locks and that, like right there, like how that's what gets my bullet puppy.
Yeah, this was cool. I mean, fortunate enough. A lot of my Filipino martial arts training was with Ron Balicki.
So, I'm not going to show anymore because I don't want YouTube to take it down again. So, but yeah. So, how awesome is that? So, again, that was episode 1 of Anatomy of Action Design, where I break down fight scenes I got to do with Bren Foster. And again, I just want to do things like try to get actors or actresses that did these scenes and stuff like that. And it's not going to be easy, but through social media and stuff like that, you're able to talk to people, which is kind of cool, because I'm still trying to do my 90s thing where I talk to 90s action stars. I did Michael Worth, I did Don the Dragon Wilson a long time ago. I want to get Don the Dragon Wilson back on the podcast. I did a phone interview with him that I wrote it down. So stuff like where I'm doing like 90s direct to video action stars and stuff like that. So I'm still trying to do that. I mean, it's just it's an ongoing process, and again, life gets in the way all the time, and it's just a pain in the butt. And I wish I could do this for a full-time job, because that would be awesome, and I'd be able to do everything I want to do right away. But as we all know, that's not what happens. All right, so that is it. That's all I got. So again, if you have any ideas, comments, concerns, throw them my way. Let me know. You got my email address on the website. And like I said, a lot of good stuff coming out. We still got Deadpool Wolverine come out July 26th. We got The Crow. I can't wait till that movie comes out. Oh my God. I can't wait to see what people say about that movie, because it's already getting lambasted by the guy that was supposed to write it. I did my piece on it, if you read it, my opinion piece, like, the guy that was supposed to write it that didn't end up writing it as trash in the movie. What a shocker. But it just sounds like you're bitter. But that's what I said. But I'm still waiting to see it. I still think it looks pretty cool from the trailer. I mean, I could be wrong. It could be a bad movie. Who the hell knows, anymore. But it's like, I hate when people bash movies before they even freaking see them. It's like, you haven't even seen the movie yet, people. All right, but we got a lot of good stuff coming up in terms of the Action Fix podcast and ActionFlix.com. So remember, look us up on YouTube. I got my YouTube channel. We're slowly getting up there. I almost got 700 subscribers. I'm trying to get to that 1,000. So it's like, hey, tell your friend, tell your buddy. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Get me up there, because I'm trying my hardest. But it's like I'm clawing and fighting and going uphill. But I'm doing what I can. But yeah, so I got Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. And I'm doing the podcast. I'm kicking ass. I'm doing much better. And there you go. So until next time, I just want to tell everybody to be nice until it's time to not to be nice. Treat others as you would want to be treated, the golden rule. And just be nice. Like I said, just be nice to everybody. The world sucks as it is. Let's just talk action movies and have fun and do all kinds of good stuff, because, life is short. You never know. And you never know when it's going to end. Right? So just be nice and just have fun and watch action movies. Until next time, everybody, this is John with ActionFlix.com saying we are your ultimate destination for your action fix. Good night, everybody. Ciao.